Hello, and welcome to another fun-filled Sunday.
Fuck off, asshole! Leave me alone! Don't you know it's fucking Sunday?
We remember this one, boys and girls. I just have the drum loop playing from the last episode, and what we're going to do, it may not take very long at all. We're going to come up with a really nice bass line in the key of A. So let's dig in. We are going to open up Reaktor Blocks factory library. Let's open up our structure, and let's get rid of some of this stuff we know we are not going to need for today. Actually, I take that back. We are going to need our clock. So let's get that back opened up. And that's going to be a utility note in, I believe. Where is it at? Clock. Here we go. And then I also know that we're going to need our friend. Well, we might not. Let's see if we can do without it, actually. Let's keep this simple for today. We're just doing a simple bass line, so I don't need a mixer. We're going to go ahead and use our friend, Mr. Utility Stereo Out. Now, I know I want to... You know what? I take that back. Let's go ahead and bring out the quad again. Because the quad, I may want to blend a couple of different bass sounds, who knows. But let's go ahead and bring out at least a couple of pair of VCA and amplifier combos. Let's just call this 001 and patch this guy into the output. I love how I'm used to working backwards now, and how it's just second nature for me. It's just not even a big deal. Let's go ahead and drag another one of you out. And nope, we don't want to do that. We meant to drag that into number 2. So setting up the output stage. And let's go ahead and make that 002 and 002. There we go. As far as I'm concerned, we're set up for a couple of different sounds at the output stage. Now, let's go ahead and figure out what oscillators we want to use. I want to actually dig into more community library fun. Let's see what we have just in the oscillator section. For Euro React, you know, we've been doing stuff with Euro React a lot. Let's bring in again our friend, the NHT, from our friend Jonathan Tremblay. Thank you, sir. Patch this in, and let's give us some space here, because I know I'm going to need at least one sequencer. So let's actually go ahead and bring that in. I'll actually bring in a sequencer and a 4 mods combo. Let's go ahead and patch this in. And oops. Let's go ahead and patch in our friend the pitch. And let's see. We actually know for a fact that we're going to use some filters in between there. So So let's just leave that undone for now. And this is going to be the NHT number 1. And let's look at something else in the factory, in the community library. In short order, less than 5 minutes, we are building relatively quickly. This is good stuff. Let's look at, what is this Tri-Oscillator? What is this System B? Let's see what System B is. Whoa! System B is huge. We might have to do an episode on System B. I always forget about System B. System B is massive. System B is going to be its own episode at some point. Tri-Oscillator. Let's just see what this guy looks like. See what this guy sounds like. What's RM? Frequency modulation input. If you say so. If you say so, you know what I'm saying? We'll put that into the FM, CV. That's what's amazing. The NHT has so many modulation inputs, it's not even funny. So I'm actually gonna route these to some inputs that I know are pretty tasty, just in terms of creating some whacked sounds here. That scan CV, that scan knob, just in general, is a motherfucker. Love it. So let's go ahead and just give us a little bit more space. We're gonna bring in a filter section here, and we have our Tri-Oscillator. So this is gonna be our number 2. All right, what do we want to do for filters? Let's just stick with some factory library filters for today. How about, I love this, there's a filter that I love that I haven't used in a long time. Here we go. In the modern menu, Paul filter. So let's send that into number 2, and then let's look at actually just a good old oldie but goodie state variable filter from Bento Box, and let's just go with that for number 1. Beautiful. Now we should have something if we set this guy up and patch it in. Now, of course, nothing is set up. So let's look at, it's probably the step sequencer and the modulator. Those are probably going to stay on the same row, but let's look at getting everything else kind of down below. Just moving things into place. There we go. And let's get a second row going. Trusty drum track, still going strong. I got this guy looped forever. It shouldn't quit on us, unless I want it to. And let's go ahead and move our friend the Tri-Oscillator into position. And in case this wasn't already clear, this is the second path oscillator. And this, this has a little bit of room to kind of could always add a second or just anything else down here. Maybe we have some room, but for right now, this is pretty sweet. So I know that I want to do everything in the key of A. It's going to be a bass. So let's just try A0 and A1 and just alternate between there. And I'm going to try to set up as many, I mean, fairly random, but as many A0s as I set A1s. And let's also try to just basically set it as a random sequence. So I'm really not concerned with what order these notes play. It's all playing the A. Fucking A. So let's look at, after we get this set, let's look at actually patching it in and hearing some sound along with the drum track. Got one more. Let's set that to A1. And let's go ahead and set our direction. I know I'm going to set that direction that way as well. Let's go ahead and turn all of these on. And let's start setting some modulation. Let's go ahead and get our tempo into position and play. I don't know if I want it to play. Let's play it half. Let's play it at eighths. That seems about right. Now nothing, we got no sound. So let's go ahead and just peek into the structure and see what we got going on. Skip gate working. Aha. The moment of truth. So patch in the gate for each of the envelopes, and now I bet we have some sound. All right, now we're getting somewhere, boys and girls. Very cool. Let's see. Out. All right, let's hook in 3 and 4 to the modulation of the second path, and 1 and 2 is hooked in mostly for the modulation on the first path. Not sure how well you heard that, but modulation basically running out from 4 mods on all 3 paths, and running out to from 1 and 2 running out to path 1, and from 3 and 4 running out to modulation A and B inputs to path 2. So now we got stuff happening. We got stuff happening all over the place. Sweet. All right, we have something going on there. Let's see what we got going on channel 2. Yep, I like this game. Alright, I kind of think we need a clock divider at this point. Just to... I kind of want to run... Yeah, I kind of want to run these two at sort of 2 different speeds. I want to run sort of this one at the speed it's running now, but run the first one at half that speed, basically. So I'm going to divide that by 2. So, pretty simple. So let's look at adding the clock divider. I can never remember where that is. In the Digilog folder. So let's patch in the gate from this into the gate for channel 1 and the gate for this into the gate for channel 2. And this is going to change the game a little bit. Love it. So I have that backwards. So what I want actually is the gate here running faster and the gate here running slower. There we go. So what do we got on this first one again? Let's set this to a kind of deep one. we may have arrived at a pretty sweet baseline. So channel 1's kind of the deeper one, and channel 2's the dirtier one. Yep, I think we've arrived. Just needs a little mix. A little mix in. But I think we've arrived at the baseline, ladies and gentlemen. And just in time before I needed to extend that loop out just a little bit more. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And again, much thanks to Jonathan Tremblay for the NHT oscillator. It's a fantastic oscillator. And Tri-Oscillator. I downloaded this as well off of the user community. And I encourage you to check both of these out. They're fantastic. Fantastic sound generators. And I could sit and do this for hours. But until next time.